Hello. Ever wondered why that best friend you shared every secret with in primary school is now just a name that pops up on social media? Why do the people you lean on, the people you allow into your inner circle change so much over the years? It's not just that you are drifting apart, it's a natural process that occurs in the evolution of friendship dynamics. For years, your friendships are largely passive, but as you transition into your late teens and 20s, something fundamental must shift. You should move from friendship based on simple convenience, which is proximity, to those based on conscious, intentional choice. Now, this shift is crucial, and understanding it is the key to having healthier and more fulfilling relationships throughout your adult life. Let's break down this transformation and how you can navigate the changes without unnecessary conflict. Think back to your younger days. Who were your friends? They were the kids who live on your streets, your neighbors, the classmates you see 5 days a week, or children of your parents' friends when they come to visit. These friendships were driven almost entirely by proximity. You were connected by a shared space and shared activity, such as school, clubs, or your neighborhood. Now, the beauty of this early connection is their ease and unconditional nature. You weren't necessarily interrogating your primary school friends about their long-term goals. You were simply sharing a moment, a fun activity. The relationship was about shared time and low-stakes emotional connection. You are basically having fun and enjoying the moment. However, this foundation is fragile. Once you leave the shared environment, you move away, you graduate, the foundation changes. The proximity that held the friendship together is gone, and often so is the friendship itself. Why? Because the bond wasn't necessarily built on shared values or goals, which, on the other hand, are the true currency of adult relationships. It was built on your child energy. You didn't choose these friends, your circumstances chose them for you. It is in your 20s and 30s that your transition truly begins. As you mature, your sense of self-identity sharpens. You should become increasingly aware of your core values, your long-term goals, and the principles you want to live by. This awakening changes how you view your social cycle. You should stop being content with just nice or fun people and start seeking out individuals who actively resonate with your aspirations. You should not be asking who is nearby. Rather, you should be asking who aligns with your direction. In this adult phase, friendship becomes an intentional choice, a reflection of where you want to go in life. For example, if your personal value is professional growth and ambition, you naturally gravitate towards friends who are driven by this goal, even though sometimes it might not be intentional, but the path of growth shapes that relationship. If your value is mindfulness and simple living, your cycle will likely reflect that. This intentionality is vital because it introduces a new challenge, which is conflict. Now, when you are younger, different views weren't a big deal, but as you grow older, a deep difference is a core belief, say financial responsibility, political views, or integrity. This can create an unavoidable chaos in relationship dynamics. This is why it is necessary to understand the value of each friendship and aligning with individuals whose values and principles resonate. Now, this is very critical to avoid conflict. Choosing friends whose value aligns with you minimizes the friction that arises from these deep-seated divergences. How do you manage when you genuinely care about a friend, but your lives are heading in opposite direction? The key isn't just to start judging your friends. The key is to start with yourself. It is necessary to first understand yourself, your value, and life goals to make informed friendship decisions and choices. Take a moment to define your non-negotiables. What are the principles that, if violated, make you feel fundamentally uncomfortable? When you clearly understand your internal map, you can approach your friendship with clarity rather than confusion or resentment. The clarity allows for an informed decision about the role that person plays in your life. You often fall into the trap of believing a friend must either be all in or all out. Adult life is very fluid. Like a famous Yoruba saying goes, "Omi leyan." Simply means human beings are like water and they can move anywhere. You might have a friend whose current goals or values are radically different from yours, but the emotional connection is still profound. You share a history, a decade of inside joke, and deeply cherished moments from your history or your childhood. In these cases, you can and should still cherish those emotional bonds with respect and understanding. You don't have to agree with everything to care about something or someone. You simply have to accept them for who they are and keep the relationship focused on shared common goal, which is the shared history you have together. But when it moves to toxicity, then you need to keep a distance. Ultimately, navigating differences boils down to two main strategies: acceptance and distance. For those friends with differing values but a strong emotional history, your strategy should be one of profound respect. This means respecting their choices without trying to change them or debating every difference. You maintain a friendship based on shared memories and genuine affection, consciously staying away from topics where your values collide. And this is how you honor the past while protecting the present relationship. Sometimes the gap is simply too wide. A friend's behavior or value might be actively detrimental to your mental health, your goals, or your core principles. In this case, the earliest thing you can do is to create distance, which is necessary. This doesn't always mean a dramatic, painful confrontation or breaking up with a friend. It often means a subtle, gradual shift, which can be less frequent contact, shorter conversation, and a change in the level of intimacy you share with this person. The power of creating distance and respecting differences is that it prevents unnecessary conflict. You preserve your peace by choosing not to engage in battles that will never be won, and you allow the other person to live their life without your judgment. The evolution of friendship dynamics is natural, healthy, and part of adult life. You are not a bad person for changing your cycle. You are just simply growing. Moving from friendship based on proximity to friendship based on intentions requires self-awareness. It requires courage and a clear understanding of your personal values. Embrace the friends who align with your direction. Honor the emotional connection with those who don't, and always remember, respecting differences is the key to maintaining a healthy relationship. Now, how has your friendship changed as you've gotten older? What are the non-negotiables you can have with your friend? Can you let us know in the comment section below? And please, if you're watching this video to this part, don't forget to subscribe and like the video for more content like this. Thank you. I am Daya Digbala, and I come in peace. See you on the next one.